If you regularly feel indecisive in business, that maybe you make the wrong decisions or put things off because you don't feel confident enough in that decision, then you need to watch this video.
Yes, you do. We'll make that decision for you right now.
Business can sometimes be tough, and your ability to make the right confident decision at the right time is either going to propel you forward or hold you back.
That's much easier said than done. So here's some tips and strategies to help you make more confident business decisions.
Let's do this! Hello, peeps. Can I get away with saying peeps? I think I can. Andrew and Pete here, and in this video we are going to be talking about how to make better business decisions.
Now there's two extremes for how you make decisions. On the one hand, you have the sandy heads. These are people who just put off every big decision they have and just stick their head in the sand and just get on with the day-to-day running of their business. If you're a sandy head, you're probably frustrated by your indecisiveness and your ability to actually make decisions and grow your business.
On the other extreme, you may be a speedy feet, right? So a speedy feet is someone who has an idea and then implements it as quickly as possible. Now this sounds great in principle, but speedy feet often get frustrated that ideas don't work out quite as they'd like. And often a lot of time is wasted implementing stuff that just doesn't work out.
So think about where you are right now. Are you a sandy head? Or are you a speedy feet?
Honestly, for the first few years of our business, we were speedy feet. Like never sitting still, always coming up with new business ideas, making new decisions and implementing them quick. And to be honest, it was exhausting. And we got nowhere because we just didn't think it through.
So why do we do this? Why do we stick our heads in the sand or go a million miles an hour in the wrong direction? And how can we stop doing this and start to make better business decisions?
Well, you may have heard the phrase that buying decisions are 80% emotion and 20% logic, right? That's why all of us have a ton of stuff that we don't really need. Like, for example, this prisoner's outfit that we have in the office.
What about this? I got a tube full of toy boats.
Yeah, and what about this? Like, we've got literally like 150 manila envelopes that we don't even need.
Do we even need this Christmas tie?
I mean that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it plays. No, it's broken. It's broken. Okay, stop playing with the freaking tie. Right, we buy all of this stuff because our gut tells our brain we want it. Give Amazon your credit card details. You have Prime. It comes the next day.
Toy boats the next day. And we are convinced that most business owners are using the same principle in their decision making. 80% is emotional and only 20% is logic.
And that's why we all end up with so much stuff in our business that we don't actually want. That's why we spent the first few years of our business doing everything that we just really wanted to do and just getting nowhere with it. And it might be why you have a face full of sand right now. I almost got that line right. We'll just run with it.
Are you going to run with it?
I think we should just run with it.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Well, we're not saying remove that emotion and stop listening to your gut. That is still really important to do, especially if you're really good at that. But what we've been trying to do, especially with big decisions that we have to make, is just completely flip that on its head and use 80% logic and 20% emotion.
When it comes to making business decisions, things like, should I go to that event? Should I put my prices up? Should I join Atomic? Oink, oink. Should I stop selling this thing? Should I launch this other thing? Do I pitch to speak on that stage or not? Should I launch a podcast or should I keep blogging? All these decisions can be really, really hard to answer. So think about how you can start to take out that emotion and replace it instead with more logic.
So with all that being said, how do we actually remove some of the emotion and instead use logic to make big business decisions? Well, we've got not one but two tips for you.
Ooh.
Pete, give them tip number one.
Tip number one. Tip number one is to bring it back to the numbers as much as you can.
So any decisions that are going to directly affect our profit, things like pricing and things like product launches, we always run it through a cash flow forecast just to see how it affects the overall business. And it makes making the decision of whether to do something or not a lot easier when you can actually see how it affects the numbers, either favorably or negatively.
Tip two, Get some data.
Whether this is quantitative data or qualitative data, if you don't have enough information to use logic, then go get that information. For example, if you are thinking of launching something new and you've got that big decision to make, you can get some data by going and trying to sell that thing to 10 people and see how many of them buy. And if none of them buy, then maybe something needs to change before you actually make that decision.
So next time you're making a big business decision, we want you to think to yourself, are you using emotion or logic to help you make that decision? And can you use more logic?
If you've enjoyed this, please do drop a comment on this video and we will love you forever. Also, subscribing is really nice, and giving us thumbs up is also really, really nice. We do these every single Tuesday, so you don't want to miss one.
He's been Andrew, I've been Pete. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.